Hi, kindergarten. Today we're going to read a different fable. Remember, fables are short stories that have a moral. So they're normally about animals who might have a problem that they need to figure out. And they solve that problem by learning a lesson. So we had our lion who learned that small friends can be great friends. And we had our dog who learned that if you're greedy, you might lose everything. I wonder what lesson we're going to learn today in today's fable. All right, so we need to go over some vocabulary. The first word we have is boasting. Boasting means bragging. So you might be boasting if you say, I'm the best swimmer and I won the race, and you just keep saying it over and over again. That's really bragging. This is a picture of a boy bragging. He's saying, look, I won, I won, I won. But we can sometimes call that boasting. Okay, then we have the word darted. And if you look at the picture, there's a girl, and she darted. Darted just means moving really suddenly. So if you dart somewhere, you move all of a sudden. And then we have our last word, steadily. Steadily means just moving continually at the same pace. Not too fast, not too slow, just walking along at the same pace, just like the people in the picture. Okay, today's story is called The Hare and the Tortoise. So what do you see right here? I see a picture of a rabbit. But you know what? This type of rabbit is actually called a hare. Can you say that? A hare. Hares are a lot like rabbits, but they have longer ears than rabbits, and they're usually even faster. Hare. And then we have this guy right here. Does this look like a turtle? It's really similar to a turtle, but this is called a tortoise. Can you say tortoise? Good job. A tortoise can be a lot bigger than a turtle. And normally turtles spend their time in water, but most tortoises live on land. They crawl really, really slowly, okay? So we have hares who are really, really, really quick. Then we have tortoises who move really slowly. So who do you think is going to move faster, a tortoise or a hare? Today we're going to listen to a fable about a tortoise and a hare who go on a race. Who do you think is going to win? The tortoise or the hare? We'll have to read it to find out. Okay, I'm going to be reading from my book right here in front of me, but I'm going to show you the pictures. So as you listen, you can look at the pictures to see what's going on. Let's get ready. The Hare and the Tortoise. There once was a hare who was always boasting. Remember, that means bragging. About how fast he was. He never got tired of telling the other animals how fast he was and how slow they were. The hare was especially boastful when talking to the tortoise. What a slow fellow you are, he said to the tortoise. Right here. One day, I feel really sorry for you, having to creep along like that. Creep, creep, creep. Creep means to move really slowly and close to the ground. So he's making fun of him for being slow. It must take you all afternoon just to cross the fields. The tortoise was not amused. You may be fast, said the tortoise, but I'll bet I could beat you in a race. Ha ha ha, the hare laughed. That's hilarious. You must be joking. A race between you and me wouldn't even be close. The tortoise replied, well then, let's try. Suppose we race to the foot of the mountain. Sure thing, said the hare. Okay, they're going to race. The other animals gathered around to watch the race. Ready, said the squirrel. Set, said the mouse. Go, said the raccoon. The hare darted off quickly. Remember, that means that he moved really suddenly. and ran so far ahead that he was almost out of sight. The tortoise set off too, moving slowly but steadily. So he's moving at the same pace, just moving along. After he had gone about halfway to the mountainside, the hare looked back. He saw that the tortoise was far behind, so far behind it seemed as if he could never catch up. "This is not much of a race," sniffed the hare. Since it seemed to him that the race was already won, the hare decided to stop and take a little break, or a rest. He nibbled some carrots and some lettuce. He chatted with some friends. All this while, the tortoise kept moving, slowly but steadily. Our tortoise is all the way back here. The hare looked back again and saw that he was still way out ahead. So he lay down in a pumpkin patch, closed his eyes, and pretended he was sleeping. He didn't really mean to go to sleep. He just wanted to show the tortoise that he could take a little nap and still win the race. But it was a warm day, and it wasn't long before the hare began to feel very sleepy. Eventually, he nodded off and began to snore. What do you think is going to happen next? I'm very curious. While the hare was napping, the tortoise kept moving slowly but steadily. He wasn't fast, but he kept going nice and steady. After 15 minutes, he crawled past the sleeping hare. After another 15 minutes, he was within a few feet of the finish line. That was when the hare woke up from his nap. He realized what had happened and set off running for the mountain as fast as he could. But it was too late. The hare arrived just in time to see the tortoise crossing the finish line before him. So the moral of the story is, slow and steady wins the race. Wow. Can you believe it? The tortoise won the race. So slow and steady wins the race. Pretty awesome. Okay, I hope you're ready to talk about this story with Mr. Malcolm. Thanks for listening.